So we continue with the discussion of viscosity or the motion, the fluid motion between the two solid plates, in which the physical condition is that we hold the one of the plates fixed and the other plates is moving when F is applied in the axial direction. तो पैरामीटर्स हमने आपको बता दिए, एक्स डायरेक्शन वाई डायरेक्शन दो कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं और इसकी मूवमेंट जो है उसको हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं. सो एज आई सेड अर्लियर, u of y, that is the axial component which changes with y, is equal to y over L at any given point. और L क्या है? The distance between the two plates. और velocity vector है at any point in the fluid, तो वो उस पॉइंट के ऊपर वेलोसिटी की वैल्यू रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. एंगुलर मूवमेंट जो इंट्रोड्यूस हो रही है, दैट इज गिवन बाय बीटा, एंड व्हेन द मूवमेंट इज स्मॉल, if we are considering a small movement, then it is represented by dx if it is in the horizontal direction. If it is angular, then d alpha or beta or whichever is the angle under consideration that is being considered. So during a differential time interval dt, that is a small change in time, the sides of fluid particles along a vertical line mn rotate through a differential angle d beta, I just mentioned that, while the upper plate moves a differential distance dx, which is, and this is equal to v into dt. The angular displacement or deformation, and sometimes this is also known as shear strain, can be expressed by d of beta is equal to tangent beta, that is equal to d alpha by L, equal to velocity into dt divided by L. So d alpha is replaced by dt, and that is equal to du by dy equal to dt. So du by dy is change in the velocity component with respect to y in a time interval of dt, a short time interval of dt. Rearranging the rate of deformation under the influence of shear stress tau, it becomes d beta by dt is equal to du by dy. Thus we conclude that the rate of deformation of a fluid element is equal to the velocity gradient du by dy. Further, it can be verified experimentally that for most fluids, the rate of deformation and thus the velocity gradient is directly proportional to the shear stress. तो अगर shear stress को हम टॉ से कर रहे हैं, डिनोट कर रहे हैं, या इसकी नोटेशन ये है, तो टॉ इज इक्वल टू म्यू इंटू डी बीटा बाई डी टी equals du by dy. Fluids for which the rate of deformation is proportional to the shear stress are called Newtonian fluids, after Sir Isaac Newton's name, who actually first described it in as early as 687. Most common fluids such as water, air, gasoline, and oils are Newtonian fluids. So obviously, what are Newtonian fluids? If I have to describe it broadly, then these are the ones that follow Newtonian's laws of motion. Blood and liquid plastics are examples of non-Newtonian fluids because they do not behave in a way that they will follow Newton's laws of motion. In one-dimensional shear flow of Newtonian fluids, shear stress can be expressed by the linear relationship tau is equal to mu into du by dy, and its units are Newton per meter square. Now, the constant of proportionality here, mu, is called the coefficient of viscosity or dynamic or viscosity of the fluid, whose unit is kilogram per meter second. A common viscosity unit is poise, which is equivalent to 0.1 PAS, that is centipoise, which is 1/100th of a poise. The viscosity of water at 20 degrees centigrade is 1 centipoise, and thus the unit centipoise serves as a useful reference. Some materials, such as toothpaste, can resist at a finite shear stress and thus behave as a solid, but deforms continuously when the shear stress exceeds the yield stress and thus behave as a fluid. So such materials are referred to as Bingham plastics because they show plasticity. And what is plasticity? They are behaving, at times they are behaving as solids, solid plastic, and at times they are behaving as fluids. So this is all for as far as the those particles are concerned, those fluids are concerned, that behaves in a way that behaves that act like solid at times and solid and fluid at another time.